Guys, I think we have to do the quiet show. I can hear my neighbor whispering. What? I can hear him downstairs.
What?
My neighbor.
What?
I think he's home.
I can't hear you.
He's working.
I can't hear you guys.
What? Steven, what if we get yelled at and evicted?
That would suck for you.
We're not getting evicted. I can't be evicted. I own the penthouse.
The penthouse, that's true. Top suite. Best of the best.
Best of the best. Got the helipad upstairs.
Upstairs.
Unbelievable.
Helipad.
It's actually it looks like a helipad, but it's only.
I flew
actually
to
an
the Hillary.
inspired drone.
I flew
Yeah.
to the Hillary event last night.
Flew all the way to the Hillary event 2 blocks away. I got Secret Service to take me.
Yeah, I'm sure they took you.
Oh, they did. We'll talk about that in a minute. Should I do my intro now so I don't forget?
Sure.
Is my hair okay?
Nope.
Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. Welcome to RAWtalk episode number 180.
Well, hey.
We're on our way to 269.
269.
We're gonna. Well, I don't know what
In the
we're.
80s were the best decade of all.
The 80s?
The 80s.
I think
88.
the 80s sucked.
Holla.
What?
I was a
You
kid.
are
Well,
crazy.
I was born in 81. The music sucked in the 80s.
Well, that's the only shitty part of the 80s is that you were born in 81.
Did you like the music in the 80s?
What? Of course I did.
Oh, it was the hip hop, right?
No, I was a child of the 80s. I love Hall in It.
Oh.
Is that what I can't get enough? I can't go for that.
Oh, I see what you did there. Shut up!
I like when he yells at me. That's funny. Yelling doesn't work on me.
You like when he yells at you?
It's kind of funny. I used to get in trouble in school because the teachers would yell and then I'd be like,
You'd be laughing.
smiling.
You'd be that guy.
And be like, why are you laughing? I'm like,
pisses
I don't
me
know.
off.
You're yelling at me. What am I supposed to do?
Oh, you're that guy.
Well, no. And then they always.
Is that
would,
why you love yelling at people?
I don't yell
Because you
at
think
anybody.
it makes them laugh?
No, that's called bullying. That's not yelling.
No, what would happen in school is they're like, you did this, didn't you? I'm like, no, then why are you laughing? I'm like, because I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Just because you think I did, because I did it in the past, doesn't mean I did it again. And it was true. The one thing I didn't like was being accused of something that I didn't do, because I will admit that I did something. If I did it, I'll own it. I'll totally own it. But if I didn't, I will be adamant about the fact that I didn't. Now leave me alone. Past digressions do not affect my present or future being.
Cool story, bro.
Great
Whatever,
story.
man. Whatever.
So welcome to the latest show of this show of all shows. Joe's back to push the buttons.
Joe is back.
How'd Noah do last
Cool.
week?
He did incredible. We should just get rid of Joe.
Did he look weird walking in the background?
No. Oh, well, yeah, it always
he
looks
always
weird.
looks weird. They always
People
look
always
weird.
ask, why is Joe walking so slow in slow motion in the background of Todd's GoPro? It's
Because
because
he's a creepy motherfucker.
well, it's
That's
because
why.
Jared's floors literally like creak and shake.
Excuse
you could
me.
be 30 feet away and the
Best
cameras will
wood
shake.
floors ever.
The worst wood floors.
By the way, Joe, happy birthday to your girlfriend. I saw you tweeted that today.
super creepy.
She's beautiful and you love her. I saw
She's
that.
beautiful.
Did she
She's
like that?
beautiful
What are you doing for her
to
birthday?
me.
You want to sing happy birthday to her? You don't have a microphone.
Where are you taking her to dinner? Oh,
Nice.
Jesus Christ. Cheesecake
the
Factory.
best food.
Cheesecake Factory is one of the worst restaurants in the
not
history of
bad.
restaurants.
upscale diner.
It's all right.
Yeah, but people love going there because Americans
it.
are generally into eating a lot of food.
Yeah, it's
and
a
what
lot,
Cheesecake
yeah.
Factory gives you is a lot of shitty tasting food.
The best kind.
There's too much stuff on the menu.
the menu.
Well, that's
Yeah,
huge.
I can't
You know
focus
that
on
if you walk into a restaurant and they have 78 selections on the menu,
That's the
you
place to
know
eat.
it's probably not fresh.
The one downtown is like a casino, like a Vegas casino.
The one
You
down
go
here?
in- Yeah. Because my mother-in-law wanted to go live high and mighty, so she wanted to go to Cheesecake Factory.
What's your go-to thing at the Cheesecake Factory?
I couldn't focus on it. I was like, there's so much stuff here, I don't
true.
know what to do.
There is. It
And
takes
it all
like
looks
20
good.
minutes just to go
But
through
I was
the menu.
like, I'm sure as hell having a piece of cheesecake, and I did.
No, of course.
All right, let's keep going on here.
Let's do it.
Well, actually, if I had my choice, we would go to that steak place down here, Capitol Grill.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's a good
I
place.
need to take
like
us
all
to the
steak
Capitol
places.
Grill.
Yeah.
I need to take us there.
Spare no expense.
I'm gonna get the fillet
Steak
with
every night. Capitol
no,
Grill.
Their fillet. I get the fillet with the
You chop the
Philip
cow's
Mignon?
head off right in front of me, I'll pay extra.
the fillet with crushed black pepper, and then it's just so much better than the crappy.
You like
sauce
your
they
pepper
put in
extra contrasty?
Yes.
Okay.
With big thick peppers.
I see.
All right, we need to keep moving on here. We have an announcement to make.
Do we?
Uh-oh. He's finally going to come out.
I'm releasing the FroKnowsPhoto guide to video editing is coming We are slating it for April 30th. April 30th to fully release it. It's been fully done. We've just had to do all of the back end work, like the sales page and all of the testing of uploading the file. It's about 16 gigs of data this time, which is better because it's a little higher quality in terms of what we can deliver.
Yes.
But what's even cooler is that it includes the raw footage. Now, when I say raw, it's the proxy footage, right?
Yeah, but you get all the original footage that we use to edit everything, so then you can try your hand at it.
And still high-res proxy footage, too.
It's high-res proxy, exactly.
Yeah, so that you can have real footage to edit. Anyway, remember the code LAUNCH, either all capitals or all lowercase.
Forget
launch.
that code. Please forget that code.
It's going to give you $50 extra off the price for the first 2 weeks. You'll get emails if you're on the email list. You'll get a lot of emails. Please bear with us because we don't promote hard.
Please don't.
Sorry, Morgan.
Please don't.
We don't promote. We don't sell quite a lot when it comes to sell. We don't really push hard, but when it comes to releasing a major product, we're going to push for a matter of a couple of weeks. So if you're not into that, so be it.
Get ready for me to push hard all over you.
Anyway, Todd. So that's we're hoping for April 30th. That is the goal, to release it, and blah. That's it. That's that.
Save those tax refunds.
Yeah.
Allen's on June 18th, which is a Saturday. It's going to be the first ever. Realize I didn't say first annual because you can't be a first annual anything until it's the second annual.
Oh, I remember that
It's
discussion.
the premiere,
It's
the debut.
it's the debut of Allen's Canon Ball. Come with your dresses on, like at prom. You don't have to wear dresses.
Shoes.
It's open to anybody, even if you shoot other cameras, but there will be special offers from Canon and Allen's, special trade-in offers. You'll get more money back when you do trade-in stuff.
I'm definitely trading that one lens in.
24 to 70. I will tell them not to take it.
They're going to just throw it out in the trash.
There's probably going to be, we're hoping for the taco truck, and there's going to be giveaways. Oh, God. Oh, my God. We should get a Taco Bell. We should print out a picture of Taco Bell Becky and put it on the truck.
I'm totally going to be there.
You should have Todd actually serving the tacos in like a Taco Bell Becky mask.
I'll just dress up Morgan as Taco Bell Becky and have her do it.
Oh, wow. And she'll be like, Daddy, oh, my God.
Daddy, I'm not going to do your stupid Taco Bell Beth.
And then everybody's going to be cursing at her. Dad, why are they cursing at me?
I don't really care. I hear my dad talk like that all the time on the phone. I've heard it before. Especially when he talks to Mr. Jared.
I was waiting for that.
Does she call me Mr.? You call me Mr. Jared.
I make her address everybody with Mr. So-and-so. But that's my wife's doing. She's a good Southern girl.
That's a Southern thing, yeah.
She's a good Southern girl.
Anyway, so I'm trying to get a printer from Canon to do a giveaway. Brandon may give away a DSLR of some sort, maybe an EDD.
I'm gonna win
Not
that.
really sure what it will be, but that's Allen's Canon Ball, which is Saturday, June 18th. So if you're coming, hashtag let us know, Allen's Canon Ball, and that's pretty much it for Pluggy McPluggerson. Oh, and don't forget about the 30 for 30. We are 7 days in as of today, which means 8, 9 to probably 11 by the time this comes out. FroKnowsPhoto.com/LR3030. Go check it out. It's awesome. Now let's talk about the Hillary event. What happened is Dan sent me a text and said, Jared, are you going to go to the Hillary event? Because my girlfriend, I'm sorry, my wife and I. Phone call.
Hey, Jared. It's Dan. I don't know if you have a caller ID. I was gonna go see Hillary, and I'm not done with the Squarespace stuff, but I'm gonna take a break, and I'm gonna go see Hillary. If you want to come, my hot girlfriend will be there too.
It's his hot wife.
Oh, his wife.
My hot wife.
Anyway, so Dan said that, and I was like, all right, I want to go shoot this.
Yeah.
Just because it was at the Fillmore,
Which is literally walking distance from
It's
your
that
place.
way.
that way.
It's that way,
Building
Jeannie.
right there.
It's that way. It's 2 blocks away.
Yeah.
If Trump came 2 blocks away, if Bernie came 2 blocks away, I'd probably
Whoever.
try to get a pass. So what did I do to get a pass? I went to the website of Hillary Clinton and I RSVP'd for the event.
And press, click, send, boom.
And they sent an email back and said, sure, just show up.
Yeah.
And then I registered for press. Hey, my name's Jared Poland from FroKnowsPhoto.com. I have a 1 million person reach. You want me at your event? And that's basically.
Do you know who I am?
It's basically what I said. But no, but when you send an email, and then it said, oh, if you don't hear back, send to this press contact. So I sent to the press contact also, and then I'm sitting there and it's like,
Bing.
You're improved. Here's all the information. It's easier to get a pass for this event than it is for concerts, to be honest with you.
Really?
I agree.
Oh, my God.
I mean,
it's
they're
You were
promoting their
approved
brand at that
so
point.
fast.
It's the third one that I've done. I photographed
Obama.
Well, before that, John Kerry at an event in Delaware where Biden wasn't running. Kerry was running for president.
Right.
Photographed that same thing. It was just here, show up. And then I photographed Obama twice in 07 and then once in 08, or before maybe it was 06 and then
Wow.
07. It was when there were still 7 or 8 people in the race.
When he didn't have the gray.
He didn't have anything.
Yeah.
I can relate to that.
And then for the Hillary thing, it was just easy. So people asked, did they search you? We waited outside the press
Did they
entrance.
search your fro?
They didn't
All
search
right, we
your
have
fro.
to search everybody. Come on in. No,
Sir,
I
you
can
have a
see
knife
everything you're wearing. Your
in your
shit's so
afro.
tight. Go ahead, go on through.
They had us line up our
By the way,
bag.
I see you're circumcised. Congratulations. Keep on going.
They had us put our bags against the
Little nugget.
wall, and then the dog sniffed it.
Oh, yeah.
After the dog sniffed it, you went inside. You checked in. The Secret Service guy wands you. I set off the wand. I set off the wand because I had in my hand one of those safety pins that they gave me. I'm like, oh, it's a safety pin. I was like, oops, they just gave it to me because they didn't give us a lanyard. Then the other Secret Service guy goes, nice guy. He was nice, very nice. They were all honestly, the Secret Service people there, all very nice.
Awesome.
They're there to do their job, of
Yeah.
course. You don't really mess with them, but
Talking to their wrist. Yeah, we've got a douchebag here. Yeah,
but they had a table.
Watch the Afro guy.
Watch the Afro guy. I can see he's circumcised.
He's hiding guns right here. Speaking of guns,
Careful, his little bird arms might smack you.
let's show that picture that Dan took of me shooting
Oh, I was waiting
right
for
here.
that.
How about those? Look at my arms, man.
Dan, you taking a picture? Take a picture again, Dad.
Oh, that's
This time.
tweet of the week right there. Because I text back, I was like, Jared was just waiting the whole time, holding it. I hope he takes the picture soon.
It's not
I
true.
hope he takes the
2
picture
hours later.
soon.
I was not even flexing at
Vessels
all.
in my head are gonna bust soon if he doesn't take this picture.
I was not flexing. So anyway, the guy, you put your camera bag on the table. The Service guy goes, "Can you take a picture with your camera?" I take a picture. It was out of focus. I told him it's out of focus. He's like, "Don't worry about it."
This is Steven's lens, by the way.
They just wanted to see if it was if it's a camera, because I remember there's been times where cameras have been disguised as weapons.
Yeah.
Then he said, "Spread your cheeks, please."
No, that was it. He let me in,
Cough.
and then I found a spot, and then I went to another spot on the side, which I thought would be a better spot. I brought my stool, which was great because I got to sit on it for the 4 hours I waited, and I owned my spot. Scott Wiener was there.
Ah, Scott.
A bunch
Good
of
guy.
other,
I saw you abusing him on
I know.
Snapchat. I was like, good Lord. I'm glad I'm not
probably
there.
hates him.
That's Scott Wiener.
Hey, Scott, what are you shooting today, Scott?
What are you Scott, you can
look
see
at
the
me.
pain in his eyes. Like, God, I
Scott's
wish
just
he
like-
wasn't here.
That's just life in his eyes.
Yeah.
That's life for him. Then we had a good discussion about JPEGs. She's like, "Did you hear that all the agencies don't want you to shoot RAW anymore?" I said, "Scott, they didn't say they don't want you to shoot RAW.
Remember the one time he made the I
Thanks,
shoot
Scott, for the
JPEG
breaking
shirt?
news. We talked about that 3 months ago.
They didn't say you can't." I was like, "They didn't say you can't shoot. They said you can shoot RAW, just don't submit it."
Yeah.
And then we were talking about it. I'm like, and JPEG is the ultimate edited file because of all the compression, whatever.
Hey, Scott, did you hear about the DNA?
let me fill your camera up.
Let me fill you in on it.
Scott's at every event though.
Scott, he's a
Shoots for like City
well-known
Paper now. And,
photographer who
yeah.
used to be the major guy in the 80s to shoot all the rock bands.
Oh, yeah.
They would bring
Nice.
him up to New York. He was the guy. There was a lot of
Let me
that.
take a picture.
There was a lot of that. I know that for a fact.
Me too.
I picked my spot. I waited many hours. I put the GoPro on the camera so we have footage of that so you can see that too.
Nice.
And
Did you get approved for video too, or you just did it? Does
they
it matter?
didn't ask.
It doesn't really
whatever I
matter.
want.
There was nothing. They didn't ask. Now, the
know
woman,
if
when I
they're
asked
strict on
where
that.
can I shoot from, she says, "Is it stills only?" I'm like, "Yep." And I basically went to the stills area
Okay.
because if you're
They
shooting,
probably don't give a good goddamn what you, as long as you're promoting
Yeah,
and
that's
shooting
what I figured.
video,
It's
and
press
they
is
probably
press,
do
yeah.
not care.
right? So that's what I did. I got my spot, got some really cool pictures that I
Nice.
think were good, and that was it. It was an event, and I went to cover it.
Did you have to wait in like a line, or was there a press line?
There was a press line separate outside that started about 4:30. I got there about 3:30, And so I was like 6th in line.
Oh.
And then it ended up being longer. And then while I was shooting, like halfway through her speech, I get a tap on my leg from behind the riser. Now, mind you, I'm in the middle of the riser.
And it was Joe trying to give you a beer?
No, it was one of the people for the campaign was like, okay, time to cycle through. And I'm like, nope. I'm like, I got my spot for 4 hours. This is my spot.
Yeah.
I was 4
they
hours
actually
early.
What'd they say when you said no?
I just kept shooting.
Did you rough you up like Trump's guy?
No, I just
Grab
kept
you by
shooting.
the hand. Move it, hippie!
I just kept shooting because I owned that spot. Now, I did move through after to try to get into the pit area, and the woman's like, nope, nobody can do that. Nobody comes out. 2 minutes later, the photographers are coming. But they had different approval because they had a different color pass, so I think they were approved to be in there. But
maybe they were campaign photographers.
They weren't,
Yeah,
but they may have been part of
official.
the pool.
and
then
the press pool.
And
Right,
certain
right,
people
right,
had
right.
these armbands on to, I guess, were special. But for me, my mentality for going through this event was to try to get specific angles. I had the 24 to 70, 17 to 20, 14 to 24, 70 to 200, and the 300 f4. 300 f4 gave me a nice look.
Yeah.
When she came out, I had the 70 to 200 because I wanted to get her walking in, and that's when I got the wide shot, wider, filling the frame with the Hillary sign behind her, and her, nicely, she was looking my way when she was smiling.
How was her pantsuit? Was it amazing?
I don't think she walks too well, you know?
I love that Angela Merkel collection that she wears.
It's, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's not sexy or anything.
How far away were you?
They said the throw was 40 feet, but that's 40 feet, I think, from the video.
From the actual,
I think we were probably under 30 feet away.
It's not
we
bad.
were really close.
That
Nice.
one photo you posted last night was cool.
And that's just from the
That was
back of my
nice.
phone.
Yeah, that was nice.
That's a good one. There's a couple of tight shots that I did. Anyway, we should probably move on. But it was easy to get a pass for that. I just when you get a pass, the easiest way to get a pass for anything, my name. I'm looking to photograph
Affiliation.
location. Here's what I'm going to do for you. Don't make it 30 miles long. Get to the point.
Short and sweet.
All they want to know is, who are you? What event do you want to cover? And how will this benefit us? I gave them all of that right in there. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.
Do you know who I am? And if you don't, here's my video guides. I've got 500,000 subscribers.
I wrote 500,000 YouTube, 200,000 Facebook, 250,000 email list.
100
Instagram.
million % douchebag.
I just let them know the big reach, and I said, I would like to help you spread the word. That was it.
And I'll spread my cheeks to get in.
Let's get into photo news right now, brought to you by audioblocks.com/go/fro. Let's do Hillary pantsuit presidential election music.
Okay.
I didn't hear last week's. I heard last week's was fun. One of our readers,
Which
Steve,
one?
the porn one, the 70s porn
Oh,
one. Joe,
dude,
70
perfect sound
Joe,
I got.
Joe,
for-
tell Noah to make a note to remind me to listen to that porn music. Please.
from Audio Blocks. So I found
Noah, make a note that Joe's taking a note for you.
the perfect
Please
sound
remind
clip.
me.
That was
I want to
great.
hear it because Steve, the guy who does a lot of the nudes on at AVN, and he's a listener.
yeah.
Okay.
Steve, Puri? I have his Instagram. We can pop it up on the screen if you remember to tell me to pop it up on the screen. His Instagram, if you like girls, his thing is he does a lot of the porn stuff.
If you like girls.
But he sent me a text. He's like,
Perfect transition from Hillary.
He said, perfect music from Audio Blocks. He's like, I'm putting together a 70s porn right now, and that's where I got all my music for.
dude, I
that's
went through
great.
like
that's amazing.
50 sound effect clips,
All
and
right.
that one was the perfect one.
In 3, 2, 1, presidential pantsuit election music.
Oh, here's another email on my private server from FroKnowsPhoto. Hope I don't get in trouble for this one.
Classified.
Photo news time. I do want to preface it that there is a lot of NAB stuff because NAB was just last week, so there's a lot of new products that we're going to talk about today.
Wait,
And there's going to be a lot of NSFW
NSFW
as
as
well.
Is this NAB?
NAB.
Did I do it right?
No.
No, I didn't do it right.
I mean, you look like you're having a seizure.
What are you trying to do?
What is this called? Oh, there it is.
down. You put your head down.
Wait, which way does my head go?
I don't know. Whichever way I can't look at your face.
This is a
Perfect.
great meme. Watch.
Don't try to game the system, Jared.
I just thought.
Always trying to game the system.
time.
No,
Always.
the memes have been funny, man. That one guy who sends us 30 of them.
Oh,
We got more,
every
though.
week.
We got more.
We got more today. A photographer tried to buy his own image off of the thief who stole it. Photographer Steve Arclay. He stumbled upon his own photo posted on someone else's Instagram account, and then he checked the Instagram's bio, and it noted that all the prints he posts are for sale. The image in question is of a big wave breaking at King Island in Australia, and Steve believes the person got the image after it was featured on surfing website SwellNet's Wave of the Day with his permission back in July of 2015. Whoa. Now, after digging around some more, he also found his photo on the person's Facebook page. To make matters even worse, it was watermarked by the thief.
Asshole.
Yeah. And instead of simply commenting and noting that it was his, he sent the thief a message asking them if he could buy it and how big they could print that specific photo. Now, knowing that the image was obviously grabbed from his Instagram account, he knew the thief couldn't print the image very large, and the thief replied saying the biggest size he could print it was about 8 by 12 inches due to pixelation, and Steve then sent him his information over for shipping.
Oh, he wanted to get the guy's information to send him a letter.
Well, kind of, but the thief
Or he wanted to go punch him in the face.
The thief then realized it was him, and it was his photo, and deleted the image right away off his website, his Facebook, Instagram, whatever, and stopped replying instantly. So Steve says he wasn't trying to entrap the guy either. He was simply just curious, and who knows how much money the thief actually made off the photo, because he did post this like a year ago.
Probably made as much money as your friend did off of that shark photo.
And that's not
very much.
Not much. Yep. And then speaking of Instagram, a new service called Color Me Book turns your Instagram photos into a personal coloring book. The creator says he was inspired.
I wanna sex you up. Don't stop. Bebop. Hip hop.
That's all I got.
So he says he was inspired after the sudden influx in adult coloring books.
Yeah, what is with the adult coloring
it's a big
book
thing though now.
Ooh, it sounds hot. What kind of adult coloring book is that?
DNA coloring book.
He says,
Lots
I
of
thought
dick
it would
Paint
be
by DNA.
I thought it would be awesome to upload photos and make my own personalized adult coloring book. I was shocked I
Working
couldn't find
on
it
mine right now.
I couldn't find it anywhere, so I decided to build a website to see what kind of response we would get. Here's how it works. You upload 5 photos or screenshots from your Instagram, and they hand trace them and create a coloring book based off your images. There's not much to prevent you from using other people's photos either. They say if you use a different Instagram account, you should know the person you are ordering for. Mm-hmm. And then the personalized coloring...
Pete Souza.
Yeah, seriously. The coloring book will set you back about $25 for 5 photos or $40 for 10.
Boom.
I'm getting the $40 one.
And if you just like to color, they have pre-made
Do
books.
they have extra
for
long
$15.
pages? Do they do legal pages?
Extra small pages for you, Todd. And you can you can find a link to make your own. I posted that over on the website.
FroKnowsPhoto.com/RAWtalk-180.
I got breaking news. I have breaking news. Coming out next week, the FroKnowsPhoto coloring book, where you can draw pictures all about me.
Good idea. Now for sale. Because what I could do is just have it traced and then put it out as a PDF and say paint by Fro.
Well, I think they actually let you download digital PDFs too, copies of the books.
You think I need them to do that?
I don't need them to do that.
We got a Microsoft Surface. We could draw on it.
And then we got Think Tank. They released another series of bags, this time geared toward videographers.
Do you like the color?
The color of the bag, what's it, like a blue tint?
It's like a different color, so it separates
it's almost this color.
It was
kind of,
almost,
actually.
well, it's more grayish green.
It is more grayish, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice color, though. Introducing video transport cases. You'll like these, Todd. The new bags are designed for videographers seeking gear carrying solutions with reduced weight, increased capacity, more features, and ease of use. In the lineup, there's 3 different types of bags, starting with their lowest price bags being the video workhorse bags, which are geared more toward like DSLR or mirrorless shooters with lightweight gear. This one's a shoulder bag specifically, ranging from about $230 to $290. Then they have the video transport bags, which are more for any type of video gear or rigs that have just been broken down, very similar to like the airport security rolling bag. They'll range from about $400 to $430. And finally, there's the video rig case, which personally, this is my favorite. They're designed to fit assembled video camera rigs so that you can start shooting instantly right out of the camera bag.
Oh,
so you can
that's
pretty much
nice.
have your rig ready to go from your shoulder, pop it in the bag, and take it right out when you get somewhere.
And there's
That'd
lots
be great
of
for just
padding.
running and gunning.
It would have been great for Grand Canyon. Remember, we had to break down
without a
everything,
doubt.
and such a pain.
Yep.
Now, these ones are nearly 17 inches deep, so they are really tall.
No, these bags are super awesome, and they also came out with an Inspire 1 bag.
They have a new Helipack bag for the DJI Inspire. That one's about $340, and then back to the video rig cases, the one we were just talking about. That's about $480 to $520.
Which honestly isn't a lot
not
when
bad.
you're a working professional.
Well,
and
they're quality bags too.
Well, look, think tank bags. We've said it all along. That's why I wouldn't have had anybody else make me. And we had offers for other companies.
We did.
Other companies tried to throw money.
They
literally
couldn't stop bullets.
These other companies tried to say we will pay you to use our bags and to promote them, and I'm like, can I still use my think tanks? And they're like, no. I'm like, honestly, I can't take your money because I use think tank bags, and then that's why I use them to OEM to manufacture my own bag based off of their design.
And we've put your think tank airport security bag through hell and back.
Oh, that's been to
Everywhere.
Israel. That's been all over the world.
It's been beat up.
Poland. I like the video bags, Todd. Should check them out.
I would like to get my hands on one, especially at 17 inches deep.
Well, we'll figure it out. They'll send it to us.
There's a new short film that was created by Erasing Everyone in the Image in post-production, entitled Alone in Paris. The idea came to filmmaker Matthew Stern, who actually we talked about a couple times on here. He asked himself, what if everyone was gone? What if I had Paris to myself? What if and why not? And he shot an actor strolling around all of Paris with literally nobody else in the frame, from wide establishing shots to close-ups. He says every shot was filmed at the busy hour of 2 p.m. as well. He erased each person frame by frame in Photoshop, resulting in an abandoned, empty Paris with shots of the actor in front of even like the Eiffel Tower and nobody in sight except them. He goes on to say, "We all
It's
heard
like Jared's holiday party."
He says, "We all heard the phrase, sometimes only one person is missing and the whole world seems depopulated. I wanted to show exactly what it feels like in this video." And in the end, it took him 2 months to complete this project, and you can see the final product over on the website.
Cool.
It's really cool. Really cool
2
video.
months.
Do you have any idea how long the short film was?
Like the final short film
the
was about
running
3
time.
minutes running time.
3 minutes. All right.
Yeah.
Not worth 2 months,
And he had
guy.
several long take clips.
I mean, 24 frames a second. That's
No, he did actually, I think, 50 frames per second.
Really?
So even more.
That's
now, I don't know if this was an
horrible.
automated program he used or a plugin in Photoshop to remove these people, or if he did it all manually, which would take forever. Again, he said 2 months for this whole project.
If the camera didn't move, there probably is some sort of automated, easier way to do it.
And the camera was static on every shot.
All right, that might have been a little easier, but not by much.
Still took him 2 months.
But he basically, at the end of the video, posted what it looked like without him taking out all the people, and it was just crazy crowded, especially in front of the Eiffel Tower.
There's people that go to Paris?
People everywhere. I mean,
Yeah.
again, he had to take forever to do this.
Yeah.
Broken glass.
So, bravo to him.
You know what's funny?
What?
Was over at the Fro Factory the other day when they started to put in the windows.
Yep.
Walk in. Guess what lyrics I'm hearing as I walk in. Broken glass everywhere. That was the song playing on the radio.
Walking on, walking glass.
That's not.
What song are
That's
you
the song
singing?
I'm talking about.
He's singing. What? Who sings that crap?
Who sings that again?
I don't
Michael
know what
Bublé?
stupid
No,
shit you listen
the
to.
lady, the older lady. I can't remember her name.
The older lady.
Hillary Clinton?
Cher?
Cher?
No, I forget her name.
Edie Brickell?
And then we got Atomos released another new 4K monitor recorder at NAB. They just
HDR.
keep releasing these. They call this one the Shogun Inferno.
Did they tell us about that or not?
They didn't tell us about this one when they told us about the Flame series a couple of weeks back.
You sure?
They didn't.
Or
I'm
maybe we
sure.
didn't understand the Australian accent.
No, because then they even sent us the press release after, and it didn't include the Shogun Inferno. It wasn't officially announced then.
Is that a new sound effect?
That was fire.
That-
I've had fire in there all the
Oh,
time.
I thought it was Australia.
I don't think I've ever heard fire, actually.
Yeah, that's the fire.
Now, the new thing with this one, it can now support up to a 4K 60p stream, and it has all the new features from the Flame series like HDR, 10-bit monitor, 1500 nit brightness, and much more. Now with 4K 60p, HD 240p, and RAW recording support.
Is this higher or lower than the Inferno?
This is higher. This is their flagship.
Oh, really?
This is the Inferno. You mean the Flame?
Yeah, the Flame.
This is the highest Shogun you can get.
Let me ask you a
Shogun Inferno, their
I got
flagship recorder.
Serious question.
What's up?
Does it have the Bindi Irwin mode?
Does it have the Bindi Irwin LUT?
Oh, God.
I don't even know who that is.
I don't either.
Bindi
I know.
Irwin.
I like.
we talk about. I have no idea.
I don't think I've ever seen an actual picture of it.
All right, guys, I'll get this.
No idea who this is.
Let me continue with this. They also announced new HDMI cables to support the 4K 60p data stream, and it's available now. The Shogun Inferno will cost you about $2,000, which is what the initial Shogun cost back in the day.
Oh, that's
couple
not
years
bad.
back.
Yeah,
So it's not
Is that
bad at
what
all.
we use?
Right now, we're using the Ninja Assassin, which is just the HDMI input for 1080.
Again, I always say a quality monitor is going to cost you nearly that much anyhow.
And this
So why
monitor's-
not give you the option to
And the
record?
initial Shogun is just an 8-bit monitor. This is a 10-bit monitor with the
Wow.
new HDR support
That's
as well.
crazy.
All right.
So it's really nice.
This picture's terrible.
Did you
It
take
says
it? Steven took it.
Bindi Irwin kisses boyfriend, rocks a bikini on Hawaiian getaway. I don't even want to show it.
Sounds inappropriate.
I'm not showing
Sounds
that.
like you should show it then.
No, let's show the one with her playing with a snake.
Oh, hey.
Oh my God! Look at me! I have a snake.
That's
Oi! Hi, this is Bendy, and I'm Australian. Oi!
Bindi is also Taco Bell Becky, apparently.
Anyway, that's Bindi Irwin. For any of you who didn't know.
Hello, this is Taco Bell Bendy. I'm down under, and I'm eating some crocodiles. Meet me behind.
She sounds like a man.
Actually, she's probably no. So what happens when they go into Taco Bell and they go into Taco Bell in
Can I
Australia?
get extra kangaroo meat on my burrito?
No, they go to get a knife and they go
A knife.
Oh,
a
God.
knife.
Here we go.
That's not a knife.
We are in episode 180. All his references are from the 80s.
We should do
got
more 80s stuff then.
Another announcement from NAB, from NAB. Edelkrone, they redesigned the tripod with their new Stand Plus, they're calling it, so much that they're not even calling it a tripod.
Well, because it's not. It doesn't have 3 legs.
Yeah, well, it has kind of 3 legs.
Yeah, but the 3 legs didn't look like that. They look like it needs to be on a flat surface.
On a flat surface. It does. That's why they're not calling
Unlike
it
Bindi Irwin.
a tripod. The new Stand's tagline.
It looks like the bottom of like a rolling chair.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. So their new tagline for the Stand Plus is no knobs, no buttons. Just move your camera to the desired frame and leave it there. With tiny wheels attached to the bottom, like you said, like a chair. The new tripod-like design doubles as both a portable dolly and tripod. It simply folds up for easy travel as well. And the Stand Plus is coming soon with no official price yet. And you can see a demo video of it in action over on the website. I mean, this is clearly something geared more toward like videographers and not still photographers to have something like this.
Jeff said it. Jeff was at NAB and he said it looked really cool in the booth.
Did he actually test it out?
He said everybody was loving it.
That's the only downfall, though, is I do feel like you would need to have a completely flat surface. You wouldn't really be able to use
I'd
it.
love to see Jeff playing with it.
But it would be nice.
He'd be like,
It's like, what's this?
what does this do?
Now, what I wonder,
The
though,
Islanders?
is do the wheels lock? Because that would be
Yes.
huge if you
Yeah.
want to have just a static locked-off shot.
Yeah.
Because
It'd
I
be
would love-
amazing to be shooting and all of a sudden.
But if you're not on a flat surface, it would just roll, especially on my floors.
Well, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
But it might be a great option over at the new place where we're talking about having zones where we shoot and we literally just
Roll it
spin
across.
it around,
Yeah.
roll it into place.
I mean, I guess at that
Boom.
point you can just sandbag it down if it still rolls, but
or we just get the Ben Rose and get their wheel attachments and just go over to
do they
town.
have wheel attachments?
If they don't, we'll find a company that does.
Yeah, I mean, that works too.
Yeah.
Or we just put it on monorail, no expense, magnetic levitation,
Automated.
automated robotic
we'll have
computers.
robots running it.
I'll probably hire Joe to just move things for me.
Russian camera manufacturer Zenit is officially
Oi!
back with their first line of lenses since they closed up shop about 10 years ago. The new
Where are they
Canon-
from?
They're from Russia.
Oh.
Not from Australia.
Not oi.
Stayuska from Upa,
Yeah.
Upa.
So the new KMZ Zenit manual lenses include the Zenitar 50mm f.95, the 51.2,
Duh.
and the 85.12.
Da Zenita. Let me show you. Zenita 150. The vodka.
Now, the 50.95 is for Sony's FE mirrorless cameras and is slated to arrive in 2017, and it'll cost around $500, is what they're saying. While the full-frame 51.2 will...
How many
will-
rubles is that?
Just gonna say it. I was
I
waiting.
beat you to it. I
was
beat you
waiting.
to it.
I was
I'm better than you.
Now, the 51.2 will come later this year for Nikon and Canon mounts, and no word on pricing for that one. And the 85.12 is also designed for full-frame cameras, and that will cost about $500 and will also arrive in 2017.
What, Todd?
He's just always dicking around when you're talking about the news.
Oh, I know.
Just
Every time I try and cut to his angle, he's
random randomness happening over there.
ADD.
Every time
Not the
you're
ADD.
doing the news.
Yeah, you're right.
I know. I edit this every week.
Wait, hold on. Let me get you some B-roll.
Nobody would believe that when you smile.
And we've got a couple more stories. Drone news, a close call at the London Heathrow Airport.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
This is the first
Is that
time you
what you
actually
want?
look interested
Yeah, exactly.
during a news story.
Never gives you the reaction
Oh,
shot.
It's called
Never, ever.
acting.
As soon as you start talking, it's like this.
He's just like, watch, phone, watch, iPad.
When's he done talking so I can make it about me again?
A couple oys thrown in there every now and then.
Exactly.
Is this make fun of Jared hour?
I thought it was every week.
But anyway, so a close call at the London Heathrow Airport when a drone collided with an airplane on descent.
Jesus.
Jared's giving me like the O face. The pilot of a British Airways Airbus A320 carrying 132 passengers.
Oh
Can't
my
even do
God.
it. And 5 crew members claims the plane was hit head-on by a drone while the jet was flying at an altitude of 500 feet and was on the final approach when the drone was spotted.
Oi.
Now, fortunately, the
I was
airplane...
flying at 150 feet, and then, out of nowhere, came a drone.
I was sitting there eating these bangers and mash, and then
That's
this
more
old
accurate.
geezer sends his drone up, and then he hits me square in the jib.
What a wanker.
What a wanker!
What a dirty bloke. Wanker.
Luckily, I was drunk off my ass.
Yeah, it was actually flown by Meredith's long lost second cousin, some British guy.
Winston Merideth III.
Winston Meredith III, who lives in England.
All I said was, God damn it, Martha. The damn drone's over here. I was going to give me a shotgun and bangers and mash and then Hogwarts and John Lennon.
All right.
What's his? Does he have a daughter also?
Yeah, we're going to do it. Goodbye, Jim.
I'm glad I was paying attention for that one.
We didn't have music for that one, though.
You can pick whatever music you want. Put
Dude,
some
you play the
British
Queen,
music under it. Courtesy of
Queen-
audio blocks.
the Queen's anthem. Okay.
All right. Back to the story. So the airplane did land safely, thank God. And it was cleared by engineers for the next flight as well. Stop giving... I can't even pay attention now. Overreactions. It's thought that the drone was too small to appear on air traffic control radar screens, which is why the control tower didn't pick it up either. And aviation police have launched an official investigation, but there's no arrests just yet. And flight safety specialist at the British Airplane Pilots Association, Steve Landels, says, frankly, it was only a matter of time before we had a drone strike, given the huge numbers being flown around by amateurs who don't understand the risks and the rules. Talking about mid-air collisions, he says, you end up with very high-velocity bits of metal going anywhere they like. That could be through fuel tanks, through hydraulic lines, and even into the cabin. Really scary
Can you translate that for our British listeners, please?
Yes, 1 minute. Anja. Jared looks like a kiwi every time he shaves. His face.
Well, I shaved.
I like it bushier. I like to have handles.
Nice haircut, Todd. What, they cut 4 hairs?
And then there's more drone news. This is the last story of the week. DJI announced their most powerful drone yet, the Matrice 600. Something Richie will probably end up getting, I bet. The hexacopter was announced at NAB as well.
Can I ride it?
It features a brand new A3 flight controller with advanced Lightbridge 2 video transmission technology. This will let you stream HD video at a high frame rate.
Excuse me.
From up to 3 miles away.
HD video.
3 miles away.
HD video.
HD video. It also sports retractable landing gear, and it has actively cooled motors and a max payload of about 13 pounds, too. And DJI Senior Product Manager Paul Pan...
Michael Perry?
No, not Michael Perry. He says it's the most powerful and easy-to-use professional platform DJI has ever produced. And to go along with that announcement, DJI also released the Ronin MX Aerial 3-axis gimbal.
Nice.
Again,
For
aerial,
the drone.
Aerial 3-axis gimbal. That's pretty cool. Which is compatible with ARRI, Blackmagic, Canon, Panasonic, Red, pretty much all those big cameras.
I need all that in my life.
And it can carry about 10 pounds of gear, and obviously mounted onto the Matrice 600. Now, the Matrice 600 itself will cost you about $4,600, while the Ronin MX gimbal alone comes in at $1,600, or you can get them both bundled for about $6,000.
How much battery power time do you get?
Didn't tell you. Doesn't
13
tell you.
seconds.
It's usually a lot less with these bigger drones, though.
Here we go, guys. Get
All right,
the
here
shot.
we go, guys. You ready? And... And that's it. Sorry, we're done.
You can find a preview video of the new drone along with the gimbal. I posted that over on the website. It looks pretty cool. It's not too badly priced.
Can I plug it into the
$6,000?
AC?
It's not bad.
Can I plug it in with an extension cord?
Is it Huff and Gamble?
Huff and Gamble?
Gamble and Huff.
Sorry, Gamble and Huff.
I was like, what?
What's some famous songs from Gamble and Huff?
What you call it? Donald Trump's favorite song. Money, 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 money.
Oh, it's Annie Lennox I was talking about earlier.
God, Annie Lennox.
Walking on broken.
I cannot stand
Welcome
her
to
music.
the random show. Random
We
talk
started
today.
talking about music, yeah.
No photo news today.
Is that all you got for photo
That's
news?
it for photo news. Yeah, pretty light week for the most part. A lot of NAB stuff, but that's it.
Good job.
Nab. So thank you. Let's do some ending photo news music. Brought to you by audioblocks.com/go/fro. I'm sensing some Queen Elizabeth II music coming.
Winston Merideth III music.
Winston Meredith III drone
You
music.
pick it. It'll be his music from now on.
All right, here we go. God save the Queen.
Yeah, she.
Spotted Dick.
Spotted dick. Sweet titties.
Reminds me of
Just
Uncle
sounds like
Ralph.
a drunk Meredith at this point.
Reminds me of Uncle Ralph.
Uncle Ralph.
Who's
King
Uncle
Ralph?
Oh, King Ralph.
Was it called King Ralph?
Yeah, with,
John Goodman
with
did
John
an
Goodman.
awesome movie called King Ralph, where they were looking for a new king of England because something happened to the old kings, and they
Was he like a
found a
descendant?
long-lost descendant
Yeah.
who lived in
Yeah.
Chicago or something.
Of course, yeah, I live
I've
in
seen previews, I've never
Chicago.
watched it.
So they brought him to there, and then that's where I got Spotted Dick from, because that's where I remember. I was a kid, so Dick was emblazoned on my mind.
That's where you got your spotted dick from.
All right, what's the time? Gear of the week?
Gear of the week time, yep.
Don't forget to follow me on Snapchat. Somebody asked. It's FroKnowsPhoto on Snapchat.
It's FroKnowsPhoto on almost everything.
Except for Instagram, it's Jared Poland.
Yeah.
Because I wanted it to be in my name.
And you technically have 2 Twitter accounts.
Do you own FroKnowsPhoto?
No.
On
I
Instagram?
decided to do Jared Poland on there
So
because
you
I'm
didn't
like,
even get Instagram.
I don't know who's on Instagram.
Should we sue him?
Don't know who it is. I don't know.
Really?
Is there even one?
Did someone actually take
I don't
it?
know.
Well,
I
when
would
this
assume
episode
so.
goes out, it's definitely
Doesn't matter.
taken.
There's always people that spoof you.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
downloaded, so you can't get
Well, and
it.
there's always Photos, plural, on like every
Is there?
every single social media. Yeah.
Well, there's always there's one on YouTube that tried to spoof me. Look, if it's not my channel, it's not my channel. You can tell because there's 500,000 subscribers. Actually, it's 510,000, and there's like 70-some
more
million
than half
views.
a million. Excuse me.
3 of them being girls. Women, I should say. Shout out to the one that said we can. Oh, see the one comment. She's like, "I'll never go away."
Oh, the
I
one
think
girl,
you guys are
right?
funny. All
The
right.
only girl comment.
Challenge accepted.
Anyway, this is the Microsoft Surface Pro 4.
You have a Microsoft product.
It's
on
turning
your
on.
table.
Look, it uses the camera, infrared camera, to log in.
That's pretty
It
cool.
uses my face, which is actually pretty cool. It's like better than using my thumb. So this is the Surface Pro 4.
How's it do on internet? Let's hear it.
It does really well on the internet. So what is the difference? How did this come about? Let me just say that Microsoft handed this to me and said, "You get to keep this."
What? Was Bill Gates there?
Bill
Did he give
Gates
it to
was
you?
not there.
Damn it.
I went to New York, had a meeting with them, and they're part of the influencer campaign where they give them to people to talk about.
Why'd they give it to you?
So what is interesting about the Surface Pro 4 is the fact that it is a full-blown freaking computer. It has an full i7 processor with 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of flash storage. It has a micro SD card slot back here. It has a USB 3. It has a monitor. What's this one called? Display port. So it has a display port. You can get in it. So, and it has a built-in kickstand. So it's a little heavier than my.
I do like the built-in kickstand.
So
that is nice.
the built-in kickstand lets you do this.
Is that sturdy? That kickstand?
Oh, it's beyond sturdy.
And this front keyboard pad comes off too, right?
Yeah, the keyboard comes off.
So thickness-wise,
it's
just a little
thicker than that. But let me just tell you that this keyboard blows out of the water any of the ones that I've ever used on the Apple.
Oh, it's
actually like a
too.
It has a big touchpad.
That's nice.
It also has the pen.
Yes.
Comes with the pen that magnetizes to the side. Now it's expensive. $17.99 for the maxed out version.
Oh, wow.
But what you have to remember, so this is the weird thing. I have not used Windows since Windows XP, I guess. 2007 or so is when I got off of using. Hold on, I want to look at my face. There.
I didn't think you ever used Windows. I thought you were always Mac.
No, I was Windows way before.
Were you?
Just because, that's what everybody was using at the time. So I've been using this for over a week now, and I've got my iPad Pro, which honestly they should just call it damn iPad 12.9 inch
because it's
not exactly
big
pro.
iPad. Yeah.
There's not much pro to it. This is a pro machine. What makes this a pro machine is the fact that it runs full Windows 10. It can go into tablet mode, but I can do Premiere on here. I can do Photoshop, full Premiere,
That's
full
amazing.
Lightroom.
Does it get hot?
It does have fans. It does get hotter. But this doesn't need fans because it doesn't get that hot.
Well, yeah, it doesn't.
This is a full
nearly
computer.
as much.
I can honestly see taking this with me when we travel. I take my 15-inch MacBook Pro, which is heavy, and you know that I don't do editing on the road, but you do. So
Yeah.
you have the 15-inch MacBook Pro. I take my iPad Pro to watch movies. I could watch movies on this thing, though I still love this. The iPad is a consumption tool, a consumption
Media
device.
consumption.
Yeah.
You consume media better than anywhere else that you can. And yeah, if you want to surf the internet, that's fine. You want to download apps, that's fine. You want to actually work on it, not good. When I just came in and I opened this up and I'm like, oh, I want to go to this website to look something up. I go to the website. I start touching the screen. It just becomes intuitive that, oh, I want to hit OK. I don't have to move the mouse. I can just touch it on the screen. So that was cool. I could see taking this as a one device for when we travel. I can tether to it if I wanted to shoot. I can hook a hard drive up to it. I could literally put a 128 gigabyte micro SD card in the back and store files
Just
on
have
there
external storage,
as a backup, or a 256 or whatever you want to get, or just take a portable hard drive with the USB 3. So far, I'm really enjoying it. Downside, it runs Windows. It's a little more difficult for me to figure out how to use.
Just 'cause you're not used to
the
it,
file
yeah.
architecture is just so weird. It's not
See,
as
I love it,
intuitive.
'cause I'm a PC
as
guy.
The issue I ran into is like what I can't do on this is I can't download zip files. I went to my website from 30 to 30 to download a zip file and then open it up in Lightroom. And the problem I had is I was just dragging the file. But that was only the preview of what was inside the zip.
You didn't unzip it.
Well, I thought it was unzipped automatically. What I had to do was drag it to the desktop and then drag the file into Lightroom. So obviously you figure out the quirks. Then I couldn't figure out how to get everything back to my desktop. And the guy's like, it's 3 fingers swipe down. You swipe down with 3
That's
fingers.
funny. It says looking for you. You're too far away.
There,
to
it's
unlock
looking
it.
for me. Hello, Jared Poland. And then look, you would 3 finger swipe back to the desktop because I couldn't even figure out how to get that to work. Anyway, I'm really enjoying this.
And how about the screen, though? What do you think about the screen versus the iPad?
I think that this is a better screen.
Okay.
I think the Surface has a better screen than on the iPad. I just think it's a crisp, beautiful look. It's a touch panel. It's a computer that is packed full. I mean, this is $1,000 and this is $1,800, but this replaces that and your desktop. If you're a business person, like this is a work device. If I need to get onto WordPress to change something on the website, I'm not doing it on here. If I need to get on YouTube to even upload something, I could sit with this anywhere. If I'm in a park, I'm whipping out the iPad. iPad all day long. The iPad Pro 9.7 inch all day long for consuming stuff, for reading, for doing all of that. But the Surface for actually conducting work,
Yeah, my dad has a Surface
It's
Pro
expensive.
3, and his work switched over to the Pro 3 2 years ago, whenever it came out.
The pen is fine. I'm happy with that. There's still some quirks, some things that I wish
And the
were
pen
better.
actually stays on the side.
Well, the Apple Pen doesn't.
It doesn't have a magnet,
It doesn't
right?
have anything. It
Yeah.
just floats around. This, I don't even think you need to charge. Where the Apple one, you have to charge. At least I don't, or maybe it's charging automatically here. I don't know. It's
a good question.
Any questions, Todd?
I'd be curious to just try to edit in Premiere on it.
Well, and the nice thing is, too, now with Premiere actually supporting proxy files, you can work right off that if you
and
travel.
You
Doesn't have to be that powerful.
Like
for
how
proxy
would
editing.
you hook up like a drive to it? Like if you wanted to have all your footage externally.
USB
What is it? USB 3?
3. And they have a docking station.
Wait, is there Thunderbolt or no?
No, it's USB 3.
Okay.
It's USB 3.0, but if you want to, they have a hub that will then give you more power with the power cable, and the hub, I think, has 2 or 3 USB ports on it.
Oh.
It has 2 4K display ports. Literally, you could sit that in a
Wow.
docking station, connect a mouse and a keyboard, and you're editing on a big screen.
Well, basically, that's what I do for the iPad Pro. I mean, not the iPad.
MacBook Pro.
The MacBook Pro, when I edit RAWtalk, is I hook that up to a docking station, and I have it DisplayPort or Thunderbolted out to my DisplayPort monitor.
Yep.
27-inch. It's great. So I would do the same with that. I should test that out.
You're going to take it home tonight.
Yeah.
Well, we do want to try editing video. From everything that I found out there, 1080 video, it's going to fly through it without a problem.
I could see 4K being an issue.
Well,
Non-proxy, full native res.
But
yeah.
remember, it's an i7 6th generation processor, full i7. Where Apple, when they put out their MacBook recently, the new one, it's still a mobile processor at 1.1 gigahertz. This is a 2.2 gigahertz i7. It is an absolutely loaded machine. When I sat there with the guys, the Microsoft people, I'm like, I'm a Windows person. They all pull out their iPhones
Mac
anyway.
person,
But they pull out their iPhones, and the guy's like, well, I don't know, whatever.
That's funny. They pull out their iPhones working at Microsoft.
They do, but what's awesome...
Does Windows Phone still exist?
They do. I asked that question also. But what is interesting, too, is that they use OneNote, which is Microsoft's part of 365.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm happy that Microsoft has these apps for iPhone, for the iPod, so I can use it all in the ecosystem. So this isn't a plug for them. This is just they gave me the device, and I'm loving using it. I'm trying to figure out how it works and how it can be used best for me. Literally editing in Lightroom on my lap is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's
Full
a little
Lightroom.
full
Yeah,
Lightroom. It's a
not
little
mobile.
small for me in
course,
terms of the
yeah.
screen. It's
Yeah.
it's 12.3 inches. And it's hard sometimes to touch the sliders, especially I'm left-handed.
Can
so
you
now
zoom in and then touch the
you
sliders?
can't zoom in on the sliders.
really?
No, I tried
That's
that.
tough.
But on everything else, like, I want to zoom in on something on the internet, I do that. I want to touch this. It just is like second nature to do.
Sure.
So I could see that device being used as a travel device if I wanted to do work and I wanted to do stuff on the road, because I'm not editing on the road like you're editing on the road. Maybe we can work out a deal with them to start doing FroKnowsPhoto episodes around the world, and we just use that as product placement.
Or I think we were talking about, it'd be interesting to see if we could pull off going to one of these events, shoot something, pop it into that surface,
Edit it
and
right then and
attempt
there.
to like edit something short and sweet, upload it, and
could-
be done. I
you
mean,
could upload it
that
from
would be
it.
pretty impressive if we could pull that off. I mean, you could probably do it in whatever it is, iMovie.
Well, and if we had-
We
but,
could
but
do
I'd
it-
I'd rather have the power of like a Premiere.
Well,
If I'm gonna edit.
we could take around a 15-inch MacBook Pro and do the same
same
stuff.
thing.
But that weighs a hell of a lot less than a MacBook Pro.
MacBook Pro, they are heavy, yeah.
Yeah, and the screen is much smaller. You would prefer, I think we all would prefer editing on a larger screen.
Definitely.
But that you didn't realize it had a touchpad there that is much larger than the other.
And I'd be curious. And yeah, you could take the laptop, but I'd also curious to see like, wonder how your workflow would be with editing when you can actually touch the screen.
Well, because you
In
can drag and drop some
I
stuff.
never thought of that.
Because when have you ever had the option to touch the screen in Premiere?
I wonder if I would be faster and more accurate if I
I
did
don't
that.
know, but consider all the keyboard shortcuts. It's not, and that's
That's
why
the thing, I'm so used to keyboard
curious
shortcuts.
about
They're
it.
there.
I'm
They're still
curious.
there.
No, I know. I'm just saying, but I wonder if I had, the touching capability versus keyboard shortcuts,
I'm curious.
what I would like
I'm
better.
very curious about it.
Yeah.
I think Microsoft has done a great job changing since they got rid of Ballmer and brought in the new CEO. I
think they've been killing it, yeah.
They've started to put up better products. I can't really say much about Windows 10. All I care about is like, can I use the damn computer? Can I find out what to do? Like, if you're just doing Lightroom and Adobe stuff, you're inside of Adobe's ecosystem. you're inside of Adobe's ecosystem if you're using a Mac.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
no
that's the
different,
thing.
really.
It really doesn't matter what you're using anymore.
Yeah.
All I will say is that it's harder to find. Like, I literally had to use Cortana or whatever their Siri
version
to find out where the camera app was, because I'm looking at the squares and I'm like, it's just not there.
Dude, honestly, that's how I am, though, with Macs, because I am such a PC guy, a Windows guy my entire life. And then switching to Mac when I started working with you, it took me a while just to find simple things like in Finder and just how the Mac system works.
I mean,
in
they
general.
definitely have the iPad beat when it comes to utilizing full programs.
Well, that's a pro
Yeah.
because
They
it
can't
actually can
compete
do
with that.
pro
Yeah.
stuff. Whereas the iPad is not pro just because you can draw on it. If Apple was to come out with this, copying that with a full operating system on it, it's a different ball game.
Yep.
So, all right, that's gear of the week. Spent a little time on that. Flying solo time.
Flying solo time.
So flying solo, I requested questions coming in from Instagram. Why am I doing it on Instagram? Jared Pullen on Instagram. The reason is you guys interact really well over there.
Yeah.
When I do it on Facebook, I may get 100 and some, and I just guess people are following and just there's probably, you know why?
Oh, so you didn't put it on Facebook at all?
I didn't put it on Facebook this week because I knew that we would probably get a good turnout on Instagram.
What about MySpace?
I just think we put it on High Five.
Okay.
I put it on my Zanga.
Good. I saw that.
I think the reason is there's less distractions on Instagram. On Facebook, you have so many different distractions and things being thrown at you. Whereas Instagram, people get a notification when I put something up, they're going to ask a question.
That's true.
If
All
they're
right.
subscribed to you, right, on Instagram? If they have
If
the
they
notification set up.
choose to put on notifications. I haven't seen, has Instagram instituted the time thing to see?
Not yet.
Oh, all
It
right.
hasn't hit mine at least yet.
Yeah, so.
I've actually noticed that I don't see certain people that I'm like, why am I not seeing this person's picture? Because I'll see it on Facebook, and then I'll go in and I'm like, it should be there, and it's not. But then
Even
I look
if-
them up, I'm following them, and that picture's not popping up. So I like it, and I'm like, is it waiting for me to like them more? Like people,
No.
like somebody recently knew, my buddy Chad just started doing Instagram. So I was like, why am I not seeing his pictures? And I'm wondering, like, if
Maybe
it's the algorithm
maybe
that's
it's
only
hit you,
showing
I
me,
don't know.
like, because there's some people that I don't like their pictures, and they post too damn much.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm about to, like, I'd love to be able to tell it to see less of certain people and then give me notifications of others.
Yeah, I don't know.
But whatever.
All right, here we go. Flying solo. I asked people to give us their names this week.
Oh, instead of their handles.
Cole Lauren. That's their handle. Hey, Jared, Steven, Todd, and the underrated silent man of Jodom. Do you have any advice on organizing a photo walk / meetup in the area where photography isn't as prevalent? Yes, I do have some advice for you, Cole Train. It's pretty easy advice. Look, how do you organize it is you have a organization or a group of photographers and you pick a location and you show up and you do a photo walk.
And you have a secret handshake.
In public. That's it. Look for groups in your area, meetup groups. Look on Facebook for groups in your city that do this type of thing and set it up. I mean, it's not that hard. It's like setting up a dinner meeting. You say, hey, we're going to meet here at this time. Let's do this. It's that simple. And if you don't have a group of people, find the other photographers in your area. Look on Facebook and say, photographers in so-and-so. There's probably a group of people. That's a good way to get out there.
Yep.
We Fletcher too. Hey, Fro. William Fletcher here. I am
Hey.
a photography student online, as I have been since I was deployed. My current class is my portfolio class for my midway point, my associates, but I am getting my bachelor's. My teacher I have was a teacher for an editorial photography class, and she is pushing me towards that path. Do you think I should take her advice and work more towards that and environmental portraiture? She says she sees a great amount of potential for me there. She says this because of how perfectly I have shot, quote unquote, all of my editorial projects. I wasn't sure if I should feel praised or shrug it off and keep with traditional portraiture like I thought I enjoyed. Well, he's asking, should he follow the direction that the teacher was giving him, saying he should do more editorial photos than straight up portraiture?
Yeah.
In my opinion, it doesn't matter what one person tells you you should do. It should be what you want to do or what you need to do to get by to get to the shots that you really want to do. You have to remember that when you're in school, like my portfolio teacher in college, her name was, I forget her name. She's the one who gave me the See the World keychain first and said, see the world. Basically,
Which
she
now
handed.
you sell?
What was that?
No, you don't sell. You give them away,
No,
right?
I sell them too.
Oh.
3 packs.
Did she get a royalty on that?
I hope so.
Marsha Triger.
Marsha.
Her name was Marsha Triger. She was my portfolio teacher, and then she kicked me out of class to give me another portfolio teacher. She basically said, I can't help you with your portfolio because she was a fine art photographer, and I had a sports portfolio, and she's like, can you know, like, I can't help you. So that's the thing is... Or if you go and do a portfolio review somewhere, you could have one person from this magazine telling you that this is a great photo, and then you get to the next person, they could say that's a shit photo.
It's all subjective.
It's very subjective.
All of it.
If you love doing portraiture, then definitely follow it. But I think a real key to getting into doing other portraiture that you have is doing those environmental portraits as well. If you can do the photojournalistic aspect of that, it makes it much easier to interact and add another level to your to what you do. But also, you said you're deployed. I always say this. I would find the office of photography in the Army or whatever it is in the military and find out how they can utilize your photographic services there as well. That's a great opportunity to grow who you can get to get more portraits, to get more environmental portraits, and just to be seen more. I would look into that. I hope I answered that. Jay Mischief. This is Jay Bordier from New York City. Hey, Jared, I have a question, and I can't find the right person to ask, and I think that person is definitely you. Recently, I've been contacted by a B-list celebrity by the name of Todd Wolf, who wants to have a portrait session with me. I won't get into specifics on who it is, but his net worth is well near the 250 millions mark.
That's a B-list celebrity?
But I don't know what 250 million marks is. Now I'm not sure how much I should charge
David Hasselhoff over in Germany.
Now I'm not sure how much I should charge him or if I should charge at all. Should I do TFP? He had about 2 million followers on Instagram alone. It could be good exposure for me, question mark. What do you think? Just because somebody has 2 million followers on Instagram, if they post your photo and they tag you, it doesn't mean that those are the people you want to follow you anyway. So say a celebrity posts a great portrait that you did. So then do you think the tweens and people that are following that celebrity are now all of a sudden are going to want to follow you as a photographer?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's a thing. Here's what you need to think about. When you are working with an affluent client, just because they're affluent doesn't mean that you can take advantage of them or try to take advantage of them, because generally a lot of these guys are smart and they'll be like, don't treat me like that.
They're going to know rates.
Right. They know their rates, and they know when you're raping them or ripping them off. Just because they have a lot of money doesn't mean they're just going to throw it around just to throw it around. Give the person what your rates are and just tell them and let them choose from there. Do I think you should do it for nothing? No. I think you will lose respect from somebody who has money by saying that you'll just do it as a favor. People that understand, people understand the value of something, especially when they have the money. They will pay you the value that you're worth if you're worth that value.
Yep.
So I wouldn't just say, oh, I'm going to do it for nothing just because. Give them your price. Just do it. What is your value? What are you worth? And then charge that. Don't look to rip somebody off, because they'll see through that. That happens all the time. People try to take advantage of other people, and that's just a turnoff right away, and they don't want to work with you. Right, Todd?
That's why I'm leaving.
Genovi94 photo. Hey, Jared, I'm Alberto from Mexico. I was wondering, how do you get to shoot important events such as that soccer or baseball game or the Hillary conference? How do you open your way to the media? ? And then Matt G. Moore, hey Fro team, Jared, how do you go about getting into events like the one you did tonight? I know you say phone calls, but you said it was easy. Could you talk about some of the easy ones and the hard ones? Thanks, Matt. So obviously I picked that.
We answered the Hillary one.
We answered that mostly earlier. The reason I say phone calls, because if you can get somebody on the phone, it's very hard to push you to the side and ignore you because you're on the phone. But just get right to the point if you can. With the Hillary thing, with the soccer thing, so the soccer thing almost didn't happen, right? So the soccer thing was,
last minute,
I sent
right?
them a pitch. They said, this won't be a problem. Then a couple days before, they're like, oh, well, it's going to be a nationally televised game. You can't have that many people. And I was like...
Because not only did you just want to photograph it, but you wanted people to video you as well.
Correct.
So it was a little different.
So they're like, no, we can't do this. And I'm like, can I get you on the phone to explain what we're doing?
No.
I got on the phone with the right person, and the right person understood and was like, oh, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
And that was a 30-second conversation. They got it, and we went to town, and we were able to do it. make the phone calls, contact the right people. Don't be afraid to follow up if you don't hear back from somebody. They tend to be really busy, and you're not going to piss them off. You're going to piss them off if you email them 87 times. But if you email somebody once in the morning, and then you know the event is coming up in a day or two, maybe say, hey, I don't know if you missed this email. I'm trying to do so-and-so. Can I get it? And a lot of times they'll give you a quick response like, oh, yeah, not a problem, or no.
Would you wait like a full day if you didn't hear anything back, or would you wait just a couple hours?
I'd wait 35 seconds if they don't answer me immediately.
I feel like a full day is reasonable.
If you have enough time, then a full day is reasonable.
If you have enough time.
And make sure that you're not emailing, like on a weekend, it's like not Friday at 6 o'clock and you expect to get an answer on Saturday. Now, a lot of these people do work more and they may be there on the weekends, but you have to think about the times that you're emailing people. TD Well. Hey, Todd, Fro, and Steven, correct order.
What up? There you go. Yep.
Screw
exactly
you,
right.
TD.
Yep.
Correct order.
Not a question, but a thank you.
You're welcome.
That's the only reason I read this. I took your advice, Fro, and basically made my job at a company. A competitive gaming organization was looking for a video editor a while back.
Nice.
The team was at a tournament one weekend. They won both of their matches, so I made a highlight. It was on the Ocho, ESPN Ocho. It wasn't. They won both of their matches, so I made a highlight video of the team. What the hell does that look like? Todd, can we show what a video game tournament team would look like? The weekend and I emailed it to the company. They emailed me back, set up an interview, and I got the job all in 1 week.
Amazing.
So thank you, Fro, for all of your guidance.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
If you want to do something, you just do it. Prove it. Like, I'm a big fan of proving it. I hate the fact that sometimes you have to prove yourself to people when you have a nice, track record.
Yeah.
But sometimes you need to show people, you need to flex your muscles and flex your guns.
Especially in the creative space.
Well, we do with clients that we want to work with, or clients where we want to get gear from them, and they're a little hesitant. They're
Some
like,
test runs.
We don't understand, like, how is this going to work? And you know what I say? Screw it. And I do a question like, who's interested? Who's ever heard about Kessler? Have you used their products before? Check out this product that we want. Go check it out. And then we do a tracking link, and it's like 2,500 people in an hour clicked on it, and they got more clicks on more traffic to their site than they would have on any banner ad they would have ever shown. And that's sometimes what you have to do. You show something to then open the dialogue to get the conversation started.
Sometimes you shoot on spec. There's been times I've shot on spec just to kind of open the door.
Yep. D. Sanchez 335. Jared Poland. When in an event where there are multiple photographers, what would be the correct / nice way to get the shots you want if other photographers are impolitely getting in your way? ? Daniel Sanchez.
Well, you just start by bullying.
You need to own your space, and if people are being dicks and getting in your way, other photographers are obviously not the professional ones, because generally speaking,
There's etiquette.
There is a certain etiquette. You don't get in the way of other photographers if they're there for the shot, or you say, I'm sorry. Or
It's a fight happening in the pit.
Or you just sometimes you need to get your shot if they're just a dick or
Just
they
give 'em a
don't belong.
good elbow.
You just work your way in. You figure out how to make it happen. You get your shot and you move on. But I don't think there's a dick way to do it, and there's the okay way to do it as a professional. Like last night, perfectly fine. This woman didn't really have a spot, but there was plenty of room behind me, and I was sitting on my stool.
Yeah, but I think the worst part is shooting behind you.
She was able to stand up higher. I was
always
sitting
tough
on the stool.
with
The
the
stool's
giant
only
afro.
15 inches.
Yeah. Oh, you
So
were sitting.
I was sitting.
Oh, okay.
And I told her, though, I said, I may stand up, so be prepared for that.
Yeah.
Take a step to the side. But what I noticed is when I was shooting at the high, I wanted to photograph Hillary at a lower angle because, again,
Make her look
lower
epic.
angle makes people look more
Powerful.
powerful, and that's what I ended up doing while sitting in the chair. So that's that.
Nice.
This is a rapid fire one right there.
Oh.
Rapid fire one. I am Heath Smith. Rapid fire questions for all three of you. Number one, for video, Sony, Canon, or Nikon? I'm going with Canon personally.
I think if we had our druthers, we would go with like C300 Mark IIs.
Yeah.
Todd?
Yep.
Number two, cover a political event or a concert.
Well, the political event, there was no 3-song rule,
That's true.
even though they tried to cycle us through
Granted, it's only a 25-minute event.
25 to 30 minutes, depending on how long she wants to yell and
Yeah.
scream and talk about bullshit.
The best is when I shot Dave Matthews and they said first 3 songs and it was a half an hour.
Well, Dave, Matt, yeah, anytime
fixed
you
that right
encounter
away.
jam
The
bands,
next band.
I don't know how many, the political events aren't around, they're every 4 years mostly. except for the more local ones. I don't know. If I had to choose between 3 songs and what I did last night, I'll take last night, though I was 4 hours early and waited for 4 hours.
I'm going to go concert all day on that.
You're always that early.
I like being early.
Yeah.
Todd, political event or concert?
Neither.
I had to worry about the traffic, Todd. That's why I had to get early. What if there was traffic?
Walking a half a block.
That's what happened. I
But
walked
number
half a
3,
block.
best marking. Does he mean marketing? He put marking tool. I'm going to assume
marketing
best
tool.
marketing
Best
tool
marketing
right
tool
now.
is how we have this brand that we put on everybody. Joe's got one. Pull down your pants, Joe, and show us your brand.
Marketing tool is just your quality work. I think it starts with that, and then you have to find whatever outlet works best for you. Next,
Favorite sport beer? Favorite sport beer / drink?
Yeah,
What does that mean? Like Gatorade?
sports drink. I don't drink actually anything other than water.
Yeah.
I don't drink anything other than water, and rarely drink some whiskey.
I don't know.
I'll say that I quit Gatorade. I used to drink Gatorade at my workout, but there's too much high fructose corn syrup, and there's also a lot of salt in Gatorade, and that's not good for your teeth, and it's also not all good for your body. So anybody that gives their kids Gatorade and thinks that that is a good idea, it's not a good idea, because though you see that it's not soda, it's really full of a lot of crap.
I mean, the favorite thing I like to drink at the movies is nacho cheese. Just straight out the best. Can I get some extra nacho cheese? Love it.
And then you put number 5. Man, you got to spell check these. Video Guild. He means video guide. And he says Todd.
Here.
Oh, we already answered that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
That thing's coming, bro.
Hashtag Steven would have had it done by now.
Yeah.
That's what it says.
It does say that.
It does say it.
Tyler Pereira. Hey, Fro, Todd, and Steven. It's Tyler here to ask
Hey,
a serious
Tyler.
question.
What's up, bro?
I'm in a commercial photography class right now, and so far, my professor has taught me nothing. His name is Todd Wolf. His assignments are pointless and outdated to this generation of technology and photography. How should I go about asking him to maybe reconsider changing the assignments to more so fit the students' needs and questions?
Don't
Maybe some
bother.
advice and pointers so I can talk to him.
I've had so many of those professors in college, and it was the worst.
So this goes 2 ways. He's either really out of touch with time and what he's telling you to do. If you're learning how to shoot film and process film and learning that way manually, I'm okay with that as a start. But evolving into the present is what needs to happen. I would talk to a dean. This is a college that you're paying to go to. If you're not getting the quality, what?
You and going over people's head to the dean.
I would go right over the guy's head and go right to the advisor, a student advisor, and say, hey, this teacher is not teaching us relevant stuff to today, and it's not good, and I'm paying for it, and I want to get the best education possible. I did this, Todd. I so happened to go to one of the student advisor, so happened to be the wife of the teacher that I wanted to badmouth. I didn't want to badmouth. I just stopped going to the guy's class. I would show up to the class. It was public speaking, and I would go first and walk out the door. I said, when you want to teach us public speaking, I will sit through your class. But if all you want to do is have us get up here and talk and you give no feedback, I'm not wasting my time.
Dude, we were still doing reel-to-reel editing in my broadcasting class, and this is just a couple years ago. It was
Learned
great.
a lot there. I was literally just talking about like editing in camera for video. Talking to Morgan about it because this freaking Musically app drives me freaking
what's
nuts.
Musical.ly?
I don't use it, but
It
Gary
drives
V's
me
been
insane.
talking about it.
She uses it all the time. Anyways,
It's a new app that, again, it's another platform where
popular with
kids
kids.
can do stuff.
They make music videos. You just take little snippets of songs and you do like a little video, and then that's all it is. It's all it is. I don't even understand how the royalties work and all that. I don't know.
Is it 15
Anyway,
seconds only, though?
15, 20, 30, something
think
like
you're
that.
allowed to use
so
it if
that's
it's under a
probably
certain
the
amount,
thing.
yeah.
So anyways, it's like Vine where you hold it, stop,
Oh,
the song will stop, then you
gotcha.
can kind of cut and do another shot.
So
So I was out in the
in-camera
park
editing.
with her the other day, and I'm like, here's what we're going to do. We're actually going to do some coverage here. So we started doing all that, and I gave her a whole lecture about editing in camera. She's like,
Dada!
Hey, Morgan, I got a
Daddy,
guide.
can we just post it?
I got a
want to do
guide
another
coming
one.
out so you can eat. You should buy
I just
it.
want to do another one so we can post it.
That's actually funny. I mean, that creativeness. Do you see being able to transition from that into making people interested in filmmaking?
Well, I mean, I literally, in 2 seconds, showed her how stopping, freeze, don't move, and I changed the camera angle and got closer. So it was like we were doing coverage. We'd do like one line wider, one line closer. And then I turned it to her and showed her, and you could just see the light bulb go off. And I was like, this is what we used to have to do when you would shoot with a camera that would be just on one tape, one shot, except we couldn't delete the last. This you can delete the last shot. We used to have to rewind the tape and try to find that
what
cut
we were
point,
doing in
which
college.
sucked.
Rewind, cut,
Breaking-
rewind,
Then you'd get
breaking
that,
news.
You'd get that noise in between.
Such a pain,
yeah, whatever.
dude.
Anyway,
Todd, can I get the breaking news music? This just in. We'll be producing a video guide for kids to use their iPhones and cell phones and mobile phones.
How to edit in camera.
How to make good videos with just an iPhone.
We should just not release the editing guide. Just redo it at this point.
Pro Pilot 14. Hey, Jared, Todd, Steven, RJ here. I just wanted to say that I am a 15-year-old, and you and the team are my inspiration.
happy puberty to you.
INSPARATION.
What?
It's spelled wrong. I have learned so much from all of you. Thank you for all the work that you all do, and I look forward to the future of FroKnowsPhoto. Say thank you to our 15-year-old followers, Todd.
Shut up! Get off my grass!
Murphy Swim 2 Hey. Oh. Hey, Odd Todd, Even Steven, and Joe Fro. Okay. How do you deal with other photographers that push you out of the way because you're younger than them and they think they know what they're doing and you don't, Andrew? You gotta just fight for your rights to party. That's really what you need to do. Look, any respectable photographer, quote unquote professional, will not go and push a kid out of the way. Now, if you're standing there with your iPhone, you're getting out of my way. Sorry, I'm going to stand in front of you if you have an iPhone and you're shooting. Seriously.
Usually, the older guys that are dicks are insecure. They're usually the insecure guys. They see the up-and-coming guy with the new gear and the cool haircut and the cool clothes. This guy. And they're like, oh, shit, he's going to take my job because I actually suck.
That's part
how
of it.
I always chalk it up. It's just insecurity. And I mean, that's why Jerry gets upset at me all the time because I'm so much better than him.
Fader_photography. Hey, Fro, I am the yearbook photographer at my high school, and prom is coming up next Saturday.
Ooh, hey.
Sounds hot.
This year's theme is DNA. I've been shooting for 3 years now, but I made that up. That was me.
Thanks. I
I've
figured that
been
out.
shooting for 3
Put that
years now,
together.
but not an event like this. How should I go about shooting it? Focus more on candids, more posed shots, or somewhere in between? Anything will help. Thanks, Max.
He's photographing the prom.
I've never heard of this.
I've never heard of that either.
I've never heard of this yearbook photographing the prom. I mean, I know they have photographers come in. Actually, I have heard of it because they used to send photographers. You got to look for stuff happening on the floor. I would get candids of the couples getting their photos taken. I would sneak into the booth and get shots of them doing that. I would also look for the after prom. What's happening after prom?
Ooh, what's happening after
prom is the
best part.
I never went to
Google
prom.
that all the time on Pornhub.
You never went to prom
I
ever?
didn't go to prom. I was a dick.
You didn't go
man.
to prom?
I was this kid who didn't have friends in school. I mean, I had friends in school, but I never did anything out of school. I was just a baby.
So it's the same now.
Shut up, Todd.
You went to prom, Steven?
Yeah, every year.
Every year.
Every year.
What do you mean every year?
He was he had like
Prom every
22
year.
kids in his class anyway.
Oh, so you went with each girl.
Damn right.
You had how many kids in your
Ballin'.
class?
I had like 900 kids graduate with me.
Oh shit, I had 940.
A ton, yeah. Oh, so you had like the same.
My girlfriend dumped me right before prom. Went with a I got dumped, and then this girl that I knew, cool girl. We weren't would never be an item
Until after
She
prom.
got dumped as well.
Nice.
We went together. Horrible prom. Horrible prom. I'm just sitting in the corner with my tuxedo watching like my new girlfriend with her new boyfriend. I'm like,
Did you have on a powder blue suit?
I did have tails, I will say.
Would you
It
ever?
was super douchey, super ducky.
It just reminds me of one of my favorite scenes in a movie. Zach and Miri make a porno.
Oh, great movie.
Excuse me.
The butthole part?
Hello,
Oh.
Monrovers. My name is Bobby Long, and this is my boyfriend.
I haven't seen him in a movie in a while. Justin Long's awesome.
My God, that movie is hilarious.
Yeah.
Check it out.
That is a good movie.
On Point Photo. Hey, Jared Polin, how do you meet Steven and Todd? Congratulations on what you've accomplished. You're a great example of what guts and determination can do. Guts.
Oh, God.
Cheers from Colin from Ottawa, Canada. Guts.
Well,
We've said this before,
we
but
definitely talked about it.
met when he swiped right the one evening.
I know it was before Tinder even existed. Just to update, because I know a lot of people, if you haven't heard some of the old episodes, which you should go check out the FroKives, check out all the RAWtalks. You should probably catch up on them.
They're all up there.
Steve and I met in the photo pit at a concert.
Weezer show.
Met him at a lot of concerts. saw him get on the stage to announce 3-3.
He got on the
3-11.
stage. He got on the stage.
Yeah, he
Because
put
I was
on his-
announcing for the
Did
station.
he do this?
Yes, he did. And he-
Please tell me you did that.
He put on sunglasses. He put on sunglasses. He got up there all beat red, white with burnt red face.
It was perfect.
And he got up there and he's just like,
I was like, hey, yo.
by the way,
comes
this
311.
how was your thing? What did you say?
I don't know. I think I was just like, up next, 311. Who's excited? Blah,
You were
blah,
like
blah.
3-11.
Well, then I got the chant going because they have the 311 chant. They're like 311.
Why? How did you get
3-11.
that opportunity? Why?
Because at the radio station, we would intro shows. That would be a part of the deal of presenting the show. So I would get to photograph it.
so cool.
I would get to photograph it, and I would also get to intro the show before the band came on.
Were you ever scared?
I was usually nervous most of the time. Yeah, for sure.
Did you have your dad call Steven to make a play date? Hey, this is Jared Poland's dad. I wanted to know if you wanted to play photos with my son.
But that one, so I got on stage and then came back down, and then we both shot the show the entire
Yeah,
day.
I was like, was that you on stage? I didn't know you did. So anyway, we just kept seeing each other shooting shows, and then that's how we met.
Yeah.
Todd met on Craigslist.
Oh, yeah, you actually did meet on. I
Yeah,
always
it
forget
was
that.
men
True story.
seeking men.
That's so funny.
Seriously, a true story. Go back, find the original episodes. But I was looking for an editor to do something, and Todd was out of work.
I was bored. It was. I remember it was January because I was bored.
Just finished making some
Anybody
DNA.
that does video production, if you do like corporate stuff or January is terrible. Everybody's MIA, and I'm like, God, what's going on out there? And like, oh, South by Southwest. I was in the record business. I was like, oh, well, that's cool. Let me see what this is about. Worst mistake I ever made.
So that's how I met Todd, was on Craigslist. Anna Threely. Hey, dudes, marketing question for you, Jared Poland here. Don't you think that real-world review is something that it should be implied, not said? I'm sure that every product reviewer out there thinks that their review is the best, but they are the ones who should decide that. Cheers, Allie.
I decided your question was stupid, so that's what I decided.
We call them real-world reviews just to get the point across, just to be a little different than everybody else who just say review or say other stuff. We think the reviews speak for themselves.
I mean, they're in the real world.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And, well, because there is
Pretty
a difference.
self-explanatory.
There is a difference between a review in the studio where somebody is just shooting charts.
Well, and obviously it depends what type of camera it is, too, what it's really meant for.
Exactly.
D5 on the
Or
field.
we could
for
call
the
him, we
journalist
make
style. I
comments
think that's-
on Instagram and don't do anything reviews. That's him.
Oh. That's Allie is, I think, a woman. We just
Alright.
lost another.
Damn
Yep.
it, there she
He said,
goes.
Cheers,
Anna, did you?
Allie. Yeah, but it was Anna Threely.
Oh.
ANA3ALY.
Anal freely?
Ace Freely. Mundor Jr. Oh, Mundo Jr. Hello, Fro team. Since everybody is supposed to have health insurance or get dinged in your Fed taxes, how do you guys do the whole insurance thing? It's expensive for
Back
somebody.
alley.
It's expensive. It's expensive for somebody on their own, and I assume you three are either self-contractors or run your own business. Thanks. Name Mundo from Phoenix, Arizona.
Mundo.
So Steven is under my plan for the business.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's your father.
Well, he's a full-time employee, so I pick up the health insurance and cover that. Pay for mine, pay for Steven's out for the business. You probably fall under your wife.
Sugar mama. I fall under sugar mamas.
Right, and that's the nature of it. It is very expensive.
There's so many guys that do it that are like in the creative,
Yeah.
and they have like a wife
their
that
wives,
has like
yeah.
a real
Their
job.
sugar mama.
Yeah, no,
Health
that is a big thing. That's how we do it here. You can go into the marketplace.
Go troll the law schools and find yourself a sugar mama.
That's it. I mean, that's really it. We have coverage that keeps going up every year, 8% for no particular
It
reason.
does go up. Yeah, it's expensive.
And I
Damn
think
Obama.
I think once I hit 30, when I hit 35, I think it went up too, because I think 34 must be another.
Because you're about to die at 35.
What? Todd,
Yeah.
I'm getting a physical tomorrow. Yeah, yeah. I'm getting a physical
You
tomorrow.
getting this?
No, I'm not getting the prostate exam. No, it's a full physical. They said I get to wear a gown. So I'm thinking of what am I going to
takes
wear?
like Doesn't that take a couple hours
He's
to
just
do?
gonna walk in with like the tightest shirt ever.
I'm going to wear my tight shirt, my I shoot raw underwear, so I can wear that with the gown.
Nurse is going to be like, yeah, can you take your... Oh, don't even bother.
They said it takes about 30 minutes.
Okay.
I'm having blood work done because I haven't had blood work done in a
I
matter of
hate
years.
blood work.
I do too.
Just have to have everything checked.
Yeah.
I hate needles. I hate
How
blood
often
work.
do you do
I
a
hate all
full
that.
checkup?
I haven't done it in a while. You should do it once a year. We have health insurance. We might as well utilize it.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
The wife makes me go once a year now.
Well, it's time. It's almost time for your prostate,
old,
Todd.
you should go like
Yeah.
every 6
I
months.
had to do it for Social Security.
Lucas_Henneke. Lucas Henneke. South Germany.
Does he live on the second floor?
At first, I love your show. First thing on Monday at work is listening RAWtalk. I have a question for Todd. 3-axis gimbal versus glide cam / Steadicam. What do you think and why? Thanks in advance. P.S. Don't give Joe a microphone. Happy face.
What are the choices again?
3-axis gimbal versus glide cam or Steadicam.
Shoot, I that 3-axis gimbal thing. What was the thing we were looking at the other day, or that you showed me, that actually holds like putting the C300 on it? You showed me the thing that almost looked like the Ronin thing that you could hold.
Oh, that was a 3-axis handheld gimbal.
Yeah.
I forget what company made that, but personally, I think 3-axis gimbals are a little easier because they usually have like the joysticks like
DJI
built in,
has
and you can
one.
usually
Yeah.
control them. Where glide cam, you kind of have to do it more with the wrist. And
Yep.
It's a little harder
and
to
me,
maneuver.
like a Steadicam rig is
more
way more
portable, too, I think.
complicated. You got to set a lot of things up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I feel like a gimbal related thing is where I'd go.
Well, the
Probably
gimbals
the
are
best
great
bet.
for walking and moving. They're awesome. They're easier to use, especially the DJI one. And now you can put the X5.
Like the Osmo, you mean?
You can put an X5 onto the Osmo.
Yeah.
They've come out with that. It's just really awesome. Those 3-axis gimbals, even if you could do it with, like you see all those things like this with those
Yeah.
cameras, even good cameras on
Yep.
it.
It's
That's
crazy.
That's
Yep.
pretty awesome.
Yep.
Okay, so coming up right now, it's time for Wheel of the Fro.
Already.
And then after
Yeah.
that, we get to the memes, and then we wrap this up like it is a Magnum condom. Okay, so here we go. On the wheel, we got videoblocks.com/go/fro. They were at NAB.
I'm
Jeff
sure.
was at NAB, and Jeff said that he saw Joel sitting outside eating French fries. And
Do they have those sweet silver pants on
sweet
again?
silver pants. So they went.
Did he have ketchup or mayonnaise with his
Did you
fries?
see that VideoBlocks announced that they are selling VR footage now?
VR stuff. Yeah, you sent me that.
It was like $3.99 a clip,
Looks pretty
or
cool.
something. But they are off. They had, which goes against what he said a couple months back. Basically, what he said a couple months back, which was a diversionary tactic, was that nope, it's a long way off. We don't see this ever
Don't do
happening.
VR.
And
you
then
sly dog, you.
and then they came out with a whole gallery for VR to sell. I believe it's $3.99 or $4.99, and then they have 3D VR also. They built this.
3D VR.
Yeah, it's all for VideoBlocks. I mean,
Oh,
it
wow.
becomes a thing. So go to videoblocks.com/go/fro.
Yeah.
Rode microphones. Each and every week, you get to try out Rode micro. No, we get to try out. We use this.
Radio voice.
You could use this too.
Hey.
You could have a Rode Broadcaster microphone if you can afford it. Then you can buy it. Then you can get awesome audio like us. Maybe. Just need to know what you're doing. Kessler Crane.
Kessler Crane.
KesslerCrane.com/fro.
Yep.
Use Fro10. Get yourself some 10% off. Some stuff.
Huge savings.
There's some camera movement. Guy
Yeah.
asking about the gimbal.
Awesome jigs.
Oh, yeah. We didn't go to NAB, but it would have been cool to see all that stuff. Maybe next year. Spin again. And Epson. Looks like I updated the Epson
Glad you changed that
P600.
out. Oh, and I'm glad we have these specific products on there this week too.
Yep.
I have
yep,
a note to do that.
Yep.
You had a note last week to
Great
do that.
follow through.
Still have the note.
Maybe try doing that instead of calling me out. Nothing's done. when can we shoot more? Maybe finish your list.
Thanks, Todd. So
You're
anyway,
welcome.
if it lands on that person is going to win an Epson P600, valued at $749.93. AdoramaPix.com. Go to AdoramaPix.com. We do not have a code currently, but get on their email list and Twitter because they are always giving out codes.
Always.
They've always got nuclear codes.
Fro Prize. Go to store.FroKnowsPhoto.com. Pick up some shirts. Pick up some merch. Buy the bag. Buy my bag. $199 plus $12.99 for shipping. We eat most of the cost of shipping. Shipping tends to be more expensive than that. It's
a big bag.
You buy the bag, you will get a free card reader, a Pixel
Not
Peewee
a card reader.
card
holder.
Peewee
Yeah.
Pixel Pocket Rocket. That comes for free. It says I shoot raw on it. We've got audioblocks.com/go/fro. That's where you're hearing the music from right now, and all the other photo news music that we've done. We've talked about Rode microphone once again. We've got Lexar. Get your Lexar cards. Go to Lexar anywhere. buy them somewhere. They usually run some awesome deals. We use the 2000X SD cards, the 1000X SD cards, the 1000X micro SD cards, the 633X micro SD cards. Now they came out with 1800X micro SD cards, and I use the XQD cards in my D5 because there's only 2 companies that make those, and Lexar is one of them.
And the 69 DNA cards.
Did you skip Hoya?
Oh, my eyes were diverted by Hoya.
You skipped Hoya.
By accident.
Yeah.
Hoya. There's Hoya. Filters. Question mark. Land on that. We know that you get to pick any prize you want. Even spin again. Borrowlenses.com/Fro. Big thanks to them for letting us borrow the 400mm f2.8 and the 600mm for the review.
Huge lenses.
Fro prize. Go to FroKnowsPhoto.com. Click on guides. Buy any of one of my guides. That will help support us. We like support like a good bra. Squarespace.com/Fro. Get your 14-day free trial soon after we finish. Did I skip a question? Oh, did I answer this? I skipped this question.
Did you?
Yeah.
What was it?
Andrew Wilson. Hey, guys. Really enjoying the new 30 for 30 series. Cut the music. Cut the music. Cut the music. Really enjoying the new 30 for 30 series. It's great to see how the edits are approached differently. Any plans for more 30 for 30 series later in this year? Maybe.
Yeah.
We love the 30 for 30. I will maybe get, you know what I may get back to doing? More of the Squarespace ones. Those Squarespace ones will be supported by the free guide that's two and a half hours long that Dan is editing right now. He has to get back to that after.
It's almost done.
He's finishing the 30 for 30 edits this weekend. He was busy last night at the Hillary thing, so he couldn't edit. I gave him the evil eye because I'm like, why aren't you editing right now? I didn't really do that.
Take a picture of my guns.
I guarantee you absolutely did.
I did not.
In front of his wife.
You love to make him feel uncomfortable.
No, I don't. He's going to be our gardener at the new Fro factory.
Oh, yeah, you will.
Can't wait for that.
No.
I can't wait to plant tomatoes.
What he said to me is, Jared, he's like, Jared, we're going to need to sit down and have a meeting so we can talk about yield.
That's typical Dan right there.
I'm like,
I'm
Dan,
telling you, you get him on the phone, you're in for a wild ride.
I'm like, Dan, you can just, look, all I want to make sure is that we have carrots, watermelon, sunflower seeds, and sugar snaps. Whatever else you do, just make it grow.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So that's coming. Anyway, 30 for 30s, we love them. We will try to do more of them. Back to the Wheel of Fro music. Cue the music. Steven, spin again, and back to the top. It's time to spin the wheel, and
Let's
then get
do
to
it.
memes. I actually picked the name this week.
Did you?
I did.
Beforehand.
Yeah.
Good
No,
for
I just
you.
did right now.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Oh.
I even highlighted it. All right, what time is it, guys? I think that was the most Jagunda spin I've ever done. I hurt my arm.
I know, you got a nice scab there.
Oh, no, that's from softball.
I know.
Around and around it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. The Wheel of Fro is about to stop on something amazing. And when I say amazing, I mean like the Lexar card. Lexar card. Congratulations goes out to William Fletcher. Congratulations, William Fletcher. You are going to get a card from Lexar. Noah will be in touch with you. Noah, make a note. Get in touch with Mr. William Fletcher. See what Lexar card he would like.
It's actually Naruto who sends out all the emails. Naruto and Friends.
Oh, really?
That's who you get the email from.
Really?
With Naruto's picture.
Is that what it is?
What? Shut up and get back in your hole. Shut up, Noah.
Put him
Naruto.
back in the cage.
Little do they know is Noah's actually Naruto.
So there you go. Congratulations to William Fletcher, and thank you for your service.
Yes,
Hopefully
thank you.
this helps you out, and you get yourself some Lexar cards. Now it's time for memes.
Memes.
All right, time for the memes of the week. You guys have been sending them into
singwheelofro@gmail.com.
Yep, memes, GIFs, GIFs.
Make sure you put your name
Yes.
with the file name, or you may not get picked.
Yep.
All right, so here is the first one.
This is Alex Marino Palmer.
I don't always suck at RAWtalks, but when I suck, it's hashtag sweet-sweet titties.
I wish you put the little like cigarette in your mouth too, like those.
Where'd
memes always
that
have.
photo come from?
That's like the most. What's that guy's
The most
name?
interesting guy in the world.
That's it.
We're
He
tired,
just
by the way.
photoshopped my face on it. That's all.
But where'd your face come from?
Probably RAWtalk somewhere.
Dude, that hair
The
actu-
lights. That's the lights in my eye.
That
Alright.
actually
It's from-
kind of looks like
it's
your hair.
pretty damn
It
close.
kind of looks like you.
That is his
Here,
hair.
I'll say it for him.
No, it's not his hair. That's
I-
just his face.
I'll say it for him. I don't always suck at RAWtalk, but when I suck, it's them sweet, sweet titties.
All right, next one. Who's the next one? Jeffrey Felix?
Oh, my
Jeffrey Felix.
All right, this is Sed's DNA. All right, I got to let me make it larger before I can read it. That's for Steven. Memory card full. Just pull out some DNA storage and keep shooting.
It was a spooky ghost. I swear it was a spooky ghost.
Oh, my
Did you
God.
see that South Park
No.
episode? Oh, dude. Their internet goes out for like a month. And he basically finds the one computer that's working that still has internet, and he goes on at the porn website and goes to town.
All right, next one. John Snowplow.
His name was just John.
John Snowplow.
John Snowplow, you know nothing.
Todd, Steven are driving. I think that's Joe in the back, but what is that, a microphone?
I think it's his microphone. I think he lost his microphone out the back.
And me falling and Noah laying dead on the
That's
ground
great.
again.
I love that.
Oh, that's terrible. Next one says who?
Keith Knauer again.
Yep,
Keith Knauer.
He loves these.
Wanker. Hashtag true. Look at that photo.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Pre-fro.
That's pre-fro.
You know what it looks like?
Wanker.
It looks like porn.
Chubby cheeks, too. Chubby cheeks.
I had chubby cheeks?
You did have chubby cheeks.
Yeah, you
you're
can
like a
definitely see
squirrel,
it in your
man.
face there. Yeah.
I will let you know that a couple photos after this, my shirt did come off.
Oh, I bet. Who took this? Greg?
Greg may have taken this. I honestly don't remember, but it may have been Greg.
It is true, though.
Kevin Reyes. Let me make this larger before I read it. Dude, really? This is the 35th time you cut me off.
Yep. Every episode.
That's a good one.
I'm interested in everything you have to say. What's this one say? Mike Crawford?
Yeah, Mike Crawford.
Jared Poland's top 7 reasons for dating a photographer. 1, works great in the dark.
Heyo.
2, works well with many settings.
Heyo.
3, knows how to focus. Not applicable if named Stephen Eckert. 4, works well from many different angles. 5, can find beauty in anything.
Well, that's not true. He's the most negative person I've ever met.
6, shoots raw. It's not true either. 7, photos backed up in DNA.
Did you say shoots raw? That's not true.
Well, I don't shoot raw with women.
I know.
Only men. Todd was going to come up with that check next. I beat him to it.
Yep.
Next, who's
That's
the
why
next
I had
one?
to get penicillin.
Popcorn Sarah from Southwest Florida.
It's a Sarah from Southwest Florida. It's called popcorn.
Oh, Jared, RAWtalk 176. Jared, RAWtalk 179. Clean that popcorn machine. It's all exactly in the same place.
Is it still not clean this episode?
No, the only
Nope,
time.
it's not clean.
No,
Still old popcorn in there and mouse droppings.
I have to get
like
a
a
new.
month old now.
My cleaning lady hasn't been in for a while.
Does she
used
usually
to
clean it out?
She used to vacuum it out.
Vacuum.
Oh.
But when I go and make new popcorn is when I clean out the inside. Honestly, the reason it doesn't get touched is because if I make the popcorn, it's gonna get eaten, and then Steven takes it home and eats the most of it.
That's true.
So that's what happens. And the last one, no videos this week.
No videos.
No videos, but we got an email in response to last week's DNA.
Oh, you're gonna read
If
this?
you want me to read it.
Yeah, I can't see this.
So yeah, we got an email in response to the DNA topic. So it says it's from Michael Scott Brulo.
Michael Scott?
Michael Scott from
The Office?
Paper Magic, from Paper Mill.
Dunder Mifflin.
Hello, Todd. I am a third-year biochemist at Penn State University. I wanted to comment on Todd's reference to storing pictures in sperm DNA. A single sperm cell chromosome contains 1/4 of the DNA of a normal cell. This is because of meiosis. In meiosis, the pre-sperm cell, called a spermatogonia, goes through 4 cell divisions without DNA replication. As one could imagine, these sperm cells contain 1/4 the possible DNA. Therefore, Todd, consider finding your DNA elsewhere. Breast milk is a rich, complete DNA. Feel free to write back. And I can also provide you with illustrations. Best, Mike Brulo, class of 2017. P.S. This process is called spermatogenesis. So my response to Mike is, nerd! Shut up, nerd! Shut up!
Feel free to write back, and I can provide you with illustrations.
Write it back and get that illustration. Please.
Breast milk is rich in complete DNA.
So-
that I
There's
already
your
know.
storage.
That I already know because I drink it every night.
Well, we know that Meredith's daughter is pregnant now. She has lots of it. Oh man! All
So
right.
obviously you can't put your pictures in your jizz. So we know that now. Thank you, Michael Scott. Let's we'll see you on the next episode.
Go back to working with paper.
All right.
Hey guys, Steve here cutting in. We forgot to mention what meme won this week, so collectively we decided to choose the most interesting man in the world meme with Todd in it by Alex Moreno Palmer. So congrats, Alex. Now back to the show.
If you'd like to submit your own memes, go ahead.
Singwheelofro@gmail.com.
And they don't really sing much anymore, but
No,
okay.
we don't
We should
sing
probably
much.
we should just change it to a FroKnowsPhoto email address at this point.
We have
Something
We
at
have another Wheel of
FroKnowsPhoto.
Fro one we could use. Well, we'll talk about it.
Well, we
Yeah.
could do that. But also, if you do want to send in any Sing Wheel of Froze, you could by all means still send them in
Yeah.
if you want. We would still play them. It just seems that memes have taken over, and we also see them on Twitter. We see them all over the place. I think we need to come up with a hashtag this week of British Meredith.
It was Winston. It was
Hashtag
Winston Meredith III.
Winston Meredith III. If you got this far,
Hashtag Winston Meredith III.
yep. And that's it, guys. This is episode 180. You can go to FroKnowsPhoto.com/RAWtalk-180 to get all the photo news stories and more. Please subscribe on YouTube to be notified when new videos go live. Don't forget about the Froknows Photo email list. You can put your name, email address in an orange box over on the website. If you do, I'll send you a free guide to capture motion in low-light situations. What else can I plug? The Fro Guide is coming out soon. Here, we've got the guide to video editing. It's going to be nice and discounted right off the rip for the first 2 weeks so that you can purchase it and Todd can feed his daughter something other than the milk that he drinks with lots of DNA. So, that is where we're going to end it. Steven, anything to add?
Nothing.
Todd, anything to add? Feed Morgan? Noah, anything to add?
Oh,
Dude, I am going to... Hold on.
Oh, he's taking his
Busting out
belt
the
off.
belt.
He's
He's got
taking
the
his
belt.
belt. You might as well end on that and give him your sign off because we're going to whip his ass.
That's it. Joe doesn't even get asked.
Get the
That's
guns out.
That's
Get
the
the
end of the
guns.
show. This is Jared Polin. Let me do my actual exit. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.
Let's kick his ass, Steve ass! Kick his ass! Why are you beating me up? I didn't even say it!